You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Greetings. Welcome to the May 2023 edition of the Fraser Valley Presale Pulse, bringing you the latest real estate intelligence on the Valley's presale and resale marketplace over the past 30 days. Now, I'm your host, Lalonde.
And I'm Brittany Reimer.
Britt, huge month. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, the Fraser Valley has seen the seasonal shift that we expect to see around this time of year, with steady sales, yet challenging of the rise of demand and declining supply persisting today in the Fraser Valley. So we're going to be digging into some of those details around the resale market. And on the pre-sale side, last month we saw some really great traction on Fraser Valley programs. Today we'll cover a couple of exciting announcements regarding 2 MLA Canada projects coming to the Fraser Valley in 2 of the hottest markets, Pura by Adera in Surrey City Centre and Laurel by Heinrichs and Mill Lake in Abbotsford.
I know you're excited about both of those.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Britt, love it. As usual, let's update our viewers on the performance of recent launches in the Valley. I think that we have to spend some time here. How are things looking over there, out there, all around there?
There.
There.
Do you ever go there?
One of my favorites.
You go there?
Best burger around.
Oh, yeah, of course. So last month we spoke about Sequoia, a 36-story concrete tower by ML Emporio in Surrey City Centre. This isn't the only recent project to launch in this area. We also saw Lucent come to market recently with a decent sales volume. The difference here is the pricing. Now, Lucent had a clear focus on affordability and efficiency, whereas Sequoia is featuring a more elevated product and therefore subsequently really pushing on prices.
Yeah, I think that there were some questions about how much appetite there is for more premium product in our current climate. These are some of the questions that you've been asking recently. So far, indications are that the development is performing strongly. Our insider sources tell us that Sequoia has written approximately 140 deals out of 386 units released. That's about 100 of these firms so far. I think that we're going to continue to learn more about what's really selling and what's not. Assuming the majority of those deals go firm, though, I think let's think about the absorption. What number is that?
I mean, 38% is what we're estimating for absorption on that program. So quite strong, especially for such a small, short period of time. Now, based on the pricing of the released units, we're also estimating that the building will be blending at approximately $1,100 for price per square foot. Some pretty heavy bonuses as they came out and some big buyer incentives. So we believe that is sort of their net number after incentives as well.
That's probably the tippy top of the pricing model. And my guess is it's just a downward slope from there.
True this.
All right, Britt, let's hammer into a couple of projects.
Yeah, let's start off with an exciting new release, Pura Phase 2 by Adera at Surrey City Centre.
Oh, I love this one. Now, you know better than anybody else. We had an incredible response to this one. Not surprisingly so, the project Surrey Central. It's the first wellness-centered mass timber community to feature Adera's patented SmartWood technology. We love what that means for the marketplace.
And of course, there's a lot of activity right now in the Surrey City Centre area, right? With 2 recent tower launches with Lucent and Sequoia, as we already mentioned. But despite that, we saw such an appetite for both high-performing and modern, yet innovative, sustainable development such as this.
There's actually always so much interest and questions around that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think for the buyers in that market, they're drawn to this program. When it comes to price point, you're getting affordability, you're getting the Adera quality, but at a much lesser cost than the concrete form. So for investors, they believe in Surrey City Centre, and therefore this project has seen huge success, particularly the second release, which we'll be reporting on probably next month with respect to some sales numbers for our viewers as well.
All right, Britt, next up, we got to talk Laurel on Mill Lake. This is an upcoming 6-story luxury development in amazing location. I know you know this really well. Tell us a little bit about this project.
Oh, well, I mean, there's hardly any inventory in the market right now in Abbotsford, right? We've seen some success on the recent projects that have been in market. This one is a really special one. We've been working very hard on it. It is a unique project. There's really nothing like it in Abbotsford, 42 units available in total. It will be more luxury for this Abbotsford market, and I certainly feel it'll be one to watch.
So I think, as the name suggests, a huge draw for this project is the fact that it's right on Mill Lake, right? So it is waterfront. Not only will residents have just amazing views, it's unbelievable access to some of the trails and some of the boardwalks that kind of exist around the lake. I think a pretty unique lifestyle opportunity for the residents.
Yeah, certainly we'll be pushing values for this neighborhood, and likewise, the same as Pura, we'll look forward to reporting back next month on how sales go. All right, Ryan, well, now let's jump into some of the resale stats out there. Could you break down what's been happening?
Yeah, love to. I think especially since the market just continues to really firm up. April saw just over 1,500 resales in the Fraser Valley. That's nearly unchanged from the previous month, so a healthy number.
And can we just pause for a moment? 1,500 sales. That is a lot. We have to remember where we're coming from. January of this year, just a few months ago, we recorded 600 resales. That's one of the lowest transacting months in record over the last 10 years. This is a big deal.
So true, Britt. And to come from that historic low to sit where we are today, which is only about 5% down from the very peak of 2022, it seems like 10 consecutive interest rates aren't enough to keep the underlying dynamics in that market at bay.
Yeah, I mean, low supply, we're seeing multiple offers being reported, sales to listing ratios for almost every product type over 30%, in some cases up to 60, depending on that sub-market. So, I mean, there's no doubt we're seeing lots of activity and confidence in the market.
Somewhat predictable as if you were watching the show over the last 3 to 4 months, a lot of our positions have centered around the notion that that bottom, that trough, the valley really was beginning to be, we felt, experienced in that October, November, December timeframe. And ever since we've come out of the gates in Q2, it's just been nothing but a really strong presence in terms of appetite for new homes, appetite for resale homes, and unfortunately just a serious lack of supply.
Yep, buyers feel like they're at the bottom. Interest rates have now peaked, or so the market really feels that they have. And so it's really set us up well here for a strong spring market.
And we spoke about this last month as well. Both inventory conditions have not improved since then. The board saw just under 2,500 new listings in April. That's down.
Yeah, that's a 3.2% decrease from March and approximately 32% decrease from April 2022. So, Rai, what is your take on inventory? What seems to be struggling to keep up?
32% down, right? Almost 1/3 of the marketplace that we had a year ago is no longer there to purchase. That's a really difficult position.
Think about it this way, if the market believes we're truly at the bottom, buyers are going to rush to capitalize while the sellers will opt to wait for that full recovery. So we're kind of in a little bit of a chess game here, right? We find this on the pre-sale side of the market as well, where, our development partners are keen to get in market. And as we start to see this wave of appreciation, some are thinking maybe they wait. And so I think, we can only do what we know is in front of us. And in those moments, supply is needed. So we got to get some supply into the market.
Yeah, thanks, Britt. And we have to talk, while we're on the topic, benchmark pricing, indeed, slowly appreciating. It's up 2.8% from last month. 2.8, that's a big jump.
5% from January.
Unreal. That's the third consecutive month of price appreciation in this marketplace. We're going to pay close attention to that, but with the amount of multiple offers that we're seeing in the marketplace and the fact that inventory is down 1/3, as we just reported, it's hard to imagine how we have any relief on pricing pressure. Well, Britt, I think that's it.
That's it. That's a wrap.
I think that concludes another edition of the Fraser Valley Presale Pulse. Now, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and Newswire, our daily email newsletter, providing you with the latest real estate news. We want to stay informed and real estate intelligent.
And last but not least, don't miss the MLA Black Book Q1 2023 report. It's available now on MLAcanada.com or across all our social media channels. Thank you very much for joining us for another exciting edition of the Fraser Valley Presale Pulse. We'll see you next month.